everyone, welcome back to the Makisode YouTube channel. Today we want to show us how to make a bandana. Okay, so a bandana is a small triangular scarf that you can just throw on if you're having a messy hair day, or you can just throw on just to put your hair in place if you have really a lot of hair, or you can just put it on for the fashion purpose of it. So we are Makisode YouTube channel for crochet. It's a crochet academy where you learn all kinds of crochet tips, tutorial tricks, and all that. All right, so are you new to our channel? You should totally subscribe. Like this one, we bring you amazing videos on how we made or how to make one of our wonderful bespoke crochet pieces. Right, so without wasting our time, let's go right into it. Okay, so essentially you need very thin thread to not too thin but not bulky, essentially, to make this scarf. The reason is you want it to be really soft to the touch. Yeah, so we start out with a magic circle. So we're going to make this magic circle. This is how we start out with a magic circle. I'm going to be using the double crochet stitch. Yeah, and that's about it. Double crochet stitch, and then at the end of the day I'm going to be using shells to edge. Okay, so with my magic circle I create I walk 3 chains up, right, and then I walk 2 more double crochet stitches into the magic circle. So altogether I come up with 3, because the 3 chains are going to count as a double crochet stitch. So this is 3 double crochet stitches. Okay, so at this point I'm now going to chain up 4. Yeah, turn my work around. I'm going to put 2 more double crochet stitches into that same stitch where I'm coming out of. So 2 more double crochet stitches into that stitch, right there, and then into the next stitch 1 double crochet stitch, and then into the last stitch I'm going to be putting in 3 double crochet stitches. So one, that last stitch was the chain 3 from the previous row. So into the top chain of the chain 3, that's where I'm going to be putting those 3 double crochet stitches. I've worked 1, so this is the second one that I'm working now, and then I'm going to work a third. So at this point we should start having something that looks like a triangle. So that's it right there. It's a very tiny triangle right now. I'm going to be repeating this process, and the process is this: chain 4, turn my work. The reason for these very long chains is so that you have an even looking triangle at the end of the day. That's why we make these very long chains. All right, so I have chained 4. Then into the same stitch, like I said, we're going to be putting in 2 more double crochet stitches. So we're going to have 3 double crochet stitches in the first stitch, and then 3 double crochet stitches in the last stitch. So 3 double crochet stitches right here, 1 in all of the other stitches but the last. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then into that, remember the 4 chains from the previous row, I'm going to be trying to get into the 4th chain right up there, that 4th chain right up there. And how many double crochet stitches am I going to put here? I'm going to put in 3. So 3 double crochet stitches in the first stitch and 3 double crochet stitches in the last stitch. Remember, your turning chain is 4. So I'm going to walk another row just so that you can get a good hang of it. I've just done my 3 double crochet stitches in that last row, so I'm going to be working another row. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn my work, 2 more double crochet stitches into the same stitch, 1 double crochet stitch into all the stitches but the last, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the last one, the chain 4 stem. So I'm going to be looking for that fourth chain. It's really tight, so I'm going to take my time and look for it. No hurries in crochet. You take your time, look for it, find it, and then create your first double crochet stitch and then the next 2, so that you can have your complete 3 double crochet stitches in there. So what you're going to end up with is that every row you're going to be having 4 extra stitches. So here we had 3 in this first row. We made 3, and here we now had 7, right? 7 plus 4, here we have 11. 11 plus 4, here we have 15. So we're going to be having those 2 extra 4 extras, but we're putting 2 at this end and 2 at this other end. Do not forget, we're going to be, our turning chain is 4. So I'm going to walk up 20 rows of this, and I'll see you back here when we get there. At the end of our 20th row, I'm just going to put in my last double crochet stitch, right? So this is it. This is the triangle that we have. So next, what I'm going to do is because I want this to have another color. I want to add some brown to it. Yeah. So I'm going to okay, here we had an all-round red. This one was all-round red, so I don't want a plain red plain color anymore. So I'm going to fasten off here, right, and then introduce another color, right. I'm going to pull this tight so I keep my yellow on the one side and then get the brown ready. So this now I'm going to attach to this same corner because I want to work 2 single crochet rows. So yeah, this is it. I'm attaching here. Attach chain 1, turn my work. So no increases this time. So whatever number of stitches I ended up with on the 20th row, I'm going to be maintaining that number of those number of stitches. So at this point I am just going to be single crocheting into every stitch across, like that. So single crochet in here, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, so single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. So I'm going to keep inserting these single crochet stitches into every stitch across, right to the end of it, and then I'm going to work another row. So there are going to be 2 rows of these single crochet stitches. So do that, no increases at the corners, just single crochet stitches. I'm going to do that for 2 rows, and then I'll meet you up here later. We're coming up on the end of our second single crochet row. So this is what we have. Have to be careful here to grasp on properly to, so yeah, that's it right there. So at this point what we want to do is edge this V, right, the angle. We want to edge that, and we said we're going to edge that with using shells. All right, 6 double crochet stitches to form the shell. So here I'm just going to chain 1 and single crochet 2 into these 2 rows, into these 2 single crochet rows, just like that. So 2 single crochet stitches there, and then I'm going to locate the base of each row. This base, this base, this base, just like that. So in this first base, that's where I'm going to put my first shell. Like I said, the shell consists of 6 double crochet stitches. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I have 6. What I'm going to do in the second base, second row's base, is that I'm just gonna slip stitch into that, right? And then I'm going to find the next base and put in another 6 stitches, 6 double crochet stitches. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then find the next base and slip stitch into that. See, this is what I have. I'm going to continue this. So slip stitch into that, then I'm going to find the next base of the next row, next row's base, and then put in my 6 double crochet stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right, and then I will find the next base. Next base is right here, and then I'll slip stitch, and then slip stitch into that. Now this part where we slip stitch into, you can choose to put in a single crochet stitch there. You're free to, do flip and flip the instructions around to suit your own design preference. All right, so 2, and this is 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then I slip stitch into the next row's base, which is right there. Okay, so find the next base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then find that next base right there and slip stitch into it. Find the next base and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, find the next base, slip stitch in there, find the next base and do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're coming up on our angle. That's why I held on and I didn't get off camera. So my slip stitch, my last shell on this side is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're at the corner now. So at this corner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate. These are the 3 stitches from the beginning of my work. So in here, I'm going to put in 1 slip stitch, and into between the other last 2, I put in another slip stitch. And then of course I continue. My next my next shell is supposed to be in here. This other side of the is 3, 4, 5, and 6. On this other side, you'd find that the base into which we're supposed to work these shells are a little bigger, while the base for the slip stitch is a little tighter. So our next shell is going to be in here. So as usual, shell in one base, slip stitch in the next, shell in one, and slip stitch in the next. This is how this other side looks. You can see that. This is what it looks like. It's really nice. I'm gonna go off camera now to work the rest of this side, and I'll meet you here at the end of it. All right, so we're coming up on the last bit of our scarf. Right, so at this point what we have left to do is a final slip stitch and then a final shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is it, and then I'm gonna slip stitch right here. Remember that at this point, what was it we did with the other side? We had 2 single crochet stitches, and there were 2 of them at this corner. So I'm gonna put the 2 right there, and then we're done. Okay, I could fasten this off. What I want to do in addition right now is to give it, I'm going to attach a little lace, say about 3 inches long this way, 3 inches long this way. I'm going to be using chain stitches to do that. I'm going to be using chains to do that, and then voila, your scarf is ready, your bandana is ready. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you should go do that. We bring you amazing videos on how we made one of our bespoke, could be apparel, it could be accessories like this one, and it could also be interior decor like tapestry and the rest. All right, so subscribe, stay tuned, and let us know what other kind of video you'd like to see. In the meantime, like and recommend this video to a friend. Bye for now.